Okay, the time is 9:08, getting started a little late here. This is appeal number 732, and the address is 410 South Benson Road, and the appellant is Michael Durende. And so, Michael, I'm going to swear you in. If you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give shall be the whole truth? Regarding concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God.
I do.
Okay. If you just sign next to the X.
That's actually,
Yeah, so
I took my daughter's pen.
Oh, that's fine. So you live on South Benson. I live on Robson Place.
Oh, where's Robson?
Robson, that's right. So you go past South Benson, and it's the first right. So that little cul-de-sac.
Oh, the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. All right. So let's just see here. I'll do an overview. The town has you at $3,368,931, and you are asking for $2,045,736. Is that correct?
I don't know where $2,736,000 came from. Oh, $2,040,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. Yeah. That's the range, right? There's ranges.
Unless you have a different number.
No, I just arranged based on.
Oh, I see. Here you have. All right. Well, in this one you have $2,010,096 to $2,081,376.
And the way I arrived at that was basically looking at the comparative values, because I understand that the methodology that's being used by the company that the town hires uses a cost-based approach, which has been proven not to be accurate for many properties.
That's what they told you?
Well, it's actually the research I've done. It's online.
Okay.
And where you look at different valuation methods, a comparable sales value is actually better than a cost approach valuation. But I've actually tried to approach this in several different ways. So when I look at our property...
Oh, you're the guy on the corner.
I'm the guy on the corner.
And that's interesting, because that's not a Judson.
That's not Judson. That's South Benson. We lived in the house for 20 years.
Yeah, I remember the house.
Years, right.
Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah.
20 years. And we had
it was Stephanie's house.
Stephanie Ficarra.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And her
house was on South Benson,
right.
so you kept the South Benson address.
We kept the South
Benson. Okay.
We had some restrictions with the town in trying to build, so they allowed us to build. So when we kind of look at different elements, whether we approach this on a component basis, where we were given an analysis that's uploaded on the town website, which is the list of all the improvements, the land, and the total.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. So this is what sort of the. I think you may have this in the package as well, right? All right. So, and what it basically says improvements increased by 71%, and the land increased by I think 128% here. But when we look at sort of the improvements, there's no rationale when we kind of look at the methodology being applied. I understand these are automated valuation methods, but when we kind of look at it's just inequitable. When I look at the improvement on the streets, on the increases of everybody else, and you can have this piece of paper, it would show that almost every
Do I have that in here?
No, you don't.
Okay.
So you'll see that on there's 38 properties excluding mine. When you look at my immediate neighbor that I share a property line with, actually their improvements went down by 60%, and the neighbor next to him went down by 25%.
Are they non-FEMA compliant?
I don't know if they're FEMA or non-FEMA compliant.
So what we're finding is that some of the non-FEMA compliant properties improvements went down, which is ridiculous, because what we think is happening here is because, if you were to improve, if you wanted to improve or expand a non-FEMA compliant property, you can only do so by 50% of the assessed value of the structure. Okay? So that means this is limiting those people in what they can do to their homes, which is what we think the town wants to just get rid of all non-FEMA
Right.
compliant homes and make them all, tear downs and FEMA compliant.
The problem is.
That's just my guess.
It's just ridiculous, the way it's just. So you'll see that almost every property on South Benson Road, there's 38 of them there. So I kind of went down VG on their website and kind of looked at every property and just looked at the change. So we're the highest. So my house is 14 years old, yet the improvements had increased by 71%. So if we look at the average increase, right, if you take, with the decreases, it's 6%. If you take the pluses and minuses.
What's next door?
It's right next door?
Yeah.
Right next door we have. So I'm at 410. So this one here's next door. This one's here's next door. This one's right here. The Veep is 479. Where's 4? I think it's 470. Yeah.
No, 4.
Yeah, or maybe 469. Maybe. I'll have Veep.
470. Well, 479 would be across the street. Must be 470. It's the even number.
Yeah, maybe it's 470. I probably have them here. The Gary.
So, in terms of square footage, because yours is obviously the biggest.
Right. It's actually, oddly enough, it's actually not the biggest in the neighborhood. It looks big, but it's actually not the biggest.
Huh.
It's actually one on South Benson.
10,000.
When you make the left, on the left-hand side, it actually has more square footage than we do.
Yeah, and so, didn't they put another building in the back there too, I think.
Might, but see, we're actually, we're built as an L. We're built as an L because it's an irregular lot.
Yep.
Right, it's an irregular lot, if you look at the lot. So in the back, it's all empty, so it kind of looks bigger. The house is not deep. It's long, but not as deep. Right. So when you look at the improvements, you have sort of that large discrepancy there. Now, when you look at also the land, we looked at on Judson, which is actually a more desirable sort of street, I would say, than South Benson. Right across, we have 36 Judson and 58 Judson, right? The two neighbors there, they're at $52 a square foot. We're being priced at $73 a square foot.
Are those newer construction?
No.
Yeah, so
just the land, Then
you mean the land?
Just the land.
Okay.
Then we look at across the street, the house that was they just put the new house on, right? Do you remember the Draytons that lived across?
I don't know their name now.
There were an African American family that lived across with the yellow house.
Yeah, and they just put up the new construction.
Right.
Yeah.
So that house sold for $1 million, and there were people living there up until the last moment.
Oh, I know.
Right, up until the last moment, and then these people, I don't know them. I haven't met them yet, right? But it was a livable house. It was 4,100 square feet, and that sold for $1 million.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a more conforming, rectangular lot. Ours is not. Ours is an L. It sold for $1 million. So now if you just look at the land without the house, that's $1 million versus they're charging. And they're valuing us as $1,237,000, which is our land.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And what is the and what number is that?
That's 431.
Let me look at how big their land is.
Yeah, 430.
431.
Yeah. Their land is, I have it for you. I have it here somewhere. Their land right here. It's 14,859 square feet.
How does that?
And we're about 16,800 square feet.
Oh yeah, trying to get the acres. Do I have the field card in here for that?
No,
431, yeah.
And then the other one is 413, which is literally right across, right next to it. The White House. You know the White House when you have the stop sign? That's Jones House and James.
Oh, you mean the used to be, is there a fire in there?
No.
Or a tree fell on it? That one? Right, like right at the intersection of Jackson and
there was a tree. That's That's right. You're right. That's right. Now that house there is actually a bigger lot than I am. So that's 413. Okay. So that's $59 a square foot, and that lot is bigger, and I'll tell you the square footage on it. It's 19,025, and we're at 16,830.
And that's number what, 413?
413.
And tell me again, 431, what that, I'm trying to find the...
They're at 14,859. So, now if you look at this...
But I just want to make notes here on what they value that land.
No, absolutely.
1,041, 700, and then 413, they valued. $479 was my old listing.
The realtor as well?
Yeah.
I want you to know that.
Mm-hmm. 413. Okay, they valued that at $1,115,400, and your land is valued at $1,237. Okay. All right. So we're establishing land values for some area property. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Any other?
Right. I mean, just it's a $250,000 spread.
Yeah.
Just by applying the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that land there. So that's the land. Because what my thought of approaching this is multiple ways. Is show the improvement the land. Right?
I get it.
And then, so I show you a few examples there. Then on a square footage basis, again, 413 South Benson.
Mm-hmm.
They're at $358 a square foot.
How much?
$358 a square foot. If we look at 479, which is a 6-bedroom house on South Benson.
That's the new one?
No, that's towards the, when you have to stop sign, you make a left? That's Gary Jackson. I don't want to say names. But...
Well, and this is 479?
479, yeah.
Oh,
I have to, right here.
Oh, yeah, that was the old listing, on the corner.
Yeah, on the corner.
Yeah, with the pool.
Yeah, with the pool, that's right. I was just going to tell you, and they have an in-ground pool, right? That house is at $445 a square foot. And 476, which house is 476? This might be the Beef house that I was telling you about.
Don't forget, too, they take into account the age of the house. That's an older home with an addition, but it is an older home.
And this is which is the house on, the stop sign that they redid?
Yeah.
They not knocked down, it went right down to the foundation.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
In 2022, I think it was.
Yeah, that stayed vacant for a long time, and then,
They had construction issues.
Yeah.
Right. There was fraud that with the contractor.
I know.
Yeah. So now this house here.
See, that's number 476.
Right. He's at $535 a square foot, and it's a modern house, and it's just a few years old.
576.
So when I kind of look at this, I take out the high.
And you are what?
On a square footage basis. Hold on a second. 413 here. I'm at 654 square foot. So what I say, okay, if I take out the high and I take out the low, right? I look at the medium, then that's how I sort of apply sort of an average price.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it that way. That's another way to look at it. Then I look at the build quality. When I look at the field card, first of all, they have me having stone on the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
I only have stone on 3.5 feet, and in some places a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But they have it on the field card being wall 2 on all of it. So I'm not sure how that impacts.
Well, I'll tell you, that's like kind of getting into the weeds with the stone and the brick and all that kind of stuff.
I just don't know how.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
if you were to put your house on the
Yeah.
market, I haven't even been inside,
Right.
but just based on the fact that it's 14 years old, your house would not sell for over $3 million.
Would not.
No.
So, now, let me show you some of the issues. Right, we have some foundation issues here. We have,
Why do you have some foundation issues?
there's some water coming in here, and we need to figure this, what's going on here.
Let me get to this.
Right.
You got a lot of photos here.
Oh, yeah, I got the whole book here for you.
I have it too.
The kitchen's outdated, and it's actually falling apart.
Turn this
So
off.
they have us being an A-plus quality. It really, it looks nice from the
Where's
outside.
the water coming from?
I don't know, it's, we gotta get somebody to take a look at the issue there. You look at the cabinets, all the cabinets are actually already peeling, so we have to figure that mess out. You can see how they're splitting.
Who built your house?
It's just a mess. So you see the issue that we have, we're dealing with here. There must be some moistures coming in. I don't know if it's from the foundation wall we had. Oh, sorry.
What's this here?
That's just, where are you?
Kitchen cabinet
Yeah.
peeling and warping. I'm just trying to
they're just
understand.
peeling, yeah.
So this is the bottom of the cabinetry. It's just
Yeah, and this is the top. So they just, we got the creme of the creme when we put the house together.
looks like your flooring is
It's buckled.
cup. Yeah.
Yeah, flooring needs new flooring.
Huh.
We tried to get it sanded, and it came right back.
All right.
So,
But seriously, who did that?
so many mistakes. It's. We'll talk when we're off the record.
Okay. When I end up. Yeah.
So.
Wow, look at that. Even there.
No.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay, water puddling. Okay. Master bath cabinet repairing.
I tried to explain this to the person from Vision, but in one ear, out the other.
First of all, that's Tyler. That's not Vision Appraisal. That's Tyler Technologies. And they just hire people to just check the box.
Oh,
they
it's
just,
terrible.
15 minutes, everybody, or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They just listen. They go, okay, thank you very much. Check. You're not dealing with anybody who really knows what's going on. Yeah. Oh, it's the bulkhead doors?
It's what the front doors with the.
Oh, that's the front door.
Yeah, see how that is?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So, I tried to be thoughtful in trying to present.
You got a lot of deferred maintenance here.
Yeah, I had somebody repair this.
Shingles.
And look how these things pop out. They're telling me it has to be reshingled.
That shouldn't be happening of a 14-year-old house.
You see the nails popping up?
Yes. That's terrible. Yeah, I mean that can be sort of a settling issue too, but
Bless you.
oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is wow, that's crazy. All right, let me see front door. Is this the same photo?
Yeah, same photo.
So, like a settling thing?
I don't know what it is.
That's the front door.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Trouble closing it, opening and closing
And then I had a great HVAC guy who, is, I really have to put this piping around the gate because otherwise in the summertime it overheats.
Wow.
And I'm like, I can't replace these units. They're not that old.
No. What did you have to do?
You see that black piping around there?
Oh, that.
When it gets really hot, I have to open up the water so it cools down the radiators.
Why is that? So maybe you have, how many systems do you have?
3. Just the 3.
Wow.
No,
Well, obviously,
been a
it's
nightmare.
overtaxing. The system is just.
It's been a nightmare.
All right.
Attic, attic, I didn't realize it, but what they did is they cut the rafters, so the door opens.
Oh my gosh.
So we use it for storage upstairs, right? It's not finished, but to open a door, they cut this through so I can open the door.
Wow.
So
Attic,
we have leaks coming in.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
So, I really got buckets on the bottom there to catch the water.
Wow. So what would you estimate it would cost you if you were to go into your house and rectify all these issues and repair everything? What would it cost you?
A
couple $100,000?
I have a realtor friend who I asked to give me an opinion, but he said, first of all, you're going to have a tough time selling a house because it's not open layout.
Okay.
It's a railroad type of style.
Yeah.
So it goes through room by room by room.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It goes, that's the first issue. He goes, second, you got to tear out the kitchen and put a modern looking kitchen there.
Yeah.
If you're going to want to sell
it.
He goes, just making it modern looking, it's probably going to cost you, I think he said $150,000 to $200,000. Make it modern.
Yeah, I would say.
But that's not addressing those.
Yeah.
Ripping out floors, I don't know. Call it $500,000 total. I don't know. And you can see the trim on the outside.
See, all of this
yeah.
is significant, in my opinion,
right.
in pricing your house.
Look at this. There's literally, this was painted, and then I started to chip away, and it just went away. So there's a piece of sponge in there, so not to get any vermin in the house.
Yeah. So let's decide on a number because you've got a range here. Yeah. So let's decide on a number.
You're an experienced person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Been around the block a few times.
28 years I've been doing this. All right. So you've got a range of $2,010,096 to $2,081,376, and I mean, do you want to just stick with this number here, $2,045,736?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, I think that's fair. Yeah. You know what else I didn't put? If you're attending, I just need to write down your name here, if that's okay.
Okay, sure. MINLING.
LING.
Last name HUANG.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we have some good information here. I'm going to end the recording now. Okay, the time is 9:36. This is appeal number 733. The address is 835 Riverside Drive. The appellant is, do you have
I have a power of attorney.
Okay. The appellant is Gaspar and Ursilia Durende and Patricia Rachel.
The property is in a trust.
It's
My
in a
sister
trust,
and I are
okay.
the trustees.
And so we do have a power of attorney from Michael Durende, who is representing his parents. I already swore Michael in, so I'm just going to have you sign there.
My daughter's pen.
All right. So the town has you at $1,025,900, and you are asking for $613,914. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is a 3-bedroom Cape, 1 bath, and 1,358 square feet.
That's right.
Okay.
So, again, here, I want to take a similar approach where we look at the components as well as the comparable sales. When we look at the house, just at a high level, like you said, the 1952 Cape, it's 1.25 stories, 1,358 square feet. In total, it's being valued at $775 a square foot. When we look at the improvements, they've increased 36%. Again, what is sort of not equitable here, and I apologize for the hand drawing.
And this is non-FEMA compliant as well.
Non-FEMA compliant.
Yeah.
So, but taking that theory is, so the improvements went up 36%, yet the adjacent neighbor went down 12%. This went up at 9%. This went up 14%. This was up 5%. This is up 36%. The one right behind is up 14%. It just seems there's no equitable sort of formula.
They bought this in 2019, correct? Yes.
So actually.
Oh, actually, no.
They
That just went into the trust in 2019.
That's
So
right.
in 2011.
Yeah, 2011.
Okay.
And what seems to have happened here is they're valuing these properties similar to homes that are in the center of the beach area, like Roland Avenue, Roland and Lolly, that type of land value. They're valuing.
Well, I can tell you, that's not going to sell for $1,025,900. I'm just looking. I'm sure I saw this, but let me just see the exact location on the Riverside. It's not too far. It's in that first block, right?
Yes, in the first block. Right?
Yeah.
They sold, right behind it, by the way. They sold on Clinton, it's right behind where Min lives.
Yeah.
775 with a house on it. Now they're putting that, they knocked it down and put in a new house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could very well be a tear down too.
Yeah, so that sold for 775. They had sold another one, that purple house on Riverside.
Yeah.
That was 6 and change.
Yeah. So what's the interior? I'm sure.
The interior is.
I don't remember
the original cabinets.
Okay.
Do
you have any photos?
No, I didn't take photos. I didn't think about taking photos.
Yeah.
It's still got some asbestos in the basement around the heating system. They reshingled the house a few years back.
Yeah, this one on Clinton. First of all, that's a colonial.
Right, and there's right behind it.
And
there's on Clinton 9th. I call it Juliana's house because it was the Condon's house that sold. But they're at 66 Clinton, which is a 2-story house with a modern kitchen.
Yeah, no, that was in good condition.
Right. You remember this one here? That's sold?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was really cute. It was very cute.
So we actually know Juliana Condon, her husband passed, so she moved down to Georgia with her daughter in an ADU they built for her. Actually, when I went down to Georgia, I went to visit her.
Oh.
Lovely lady. So this has got a full basement. Right? It's a beautiful house. It's got a full basement. It's got a full attic. And it's got a the inside's got the wolf range. It's not really, really pretty. And it's just sold recently for 1.1.
Yeah, no, I know, in 2024. I'm just thinking, I want to look up some comps because there are plenty around that.
This is about 96 Clinton, sold for 775.
Yep. Wait, which one? 96
Clinton.
And that was, 96 Clinton. Oh, that was at the end, yeah.
I was trying to find some sales, but I couldn't really find sales.
Well, honestly, because the inventory is so low, getting 3 comps in this market is difficult sometimes. So even 1 or 2, in my opinion, is 775, and that was Cape. And then the purple one.
I don't have I didn't bring it.
I'll find it. Don't worry, I'll find it.
It was 6-something.
635.
Oh.
635, okay.
Min lives on Riverside Drive, right next to my parents.
Yeah, we had a case, so I
Oh,
don't know how to do that.
Oh, so you are going to be,
Yeah,
okay.
we are A47.
Okay.
So they're right next to
Yeah, so use all these contacts.
Yeah, and by the way, they bought their house just a couple of years ago for 6 and change.
Yeah, 650 we bought.
When did you buy it?
During COVID time, we moved here,
Yeah.
and our daughter was 1 year old.
Okay.
And then, but we paid 650.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just so you know, we can't, I wouldn't really use this one on Meadowbrook because that's part commercial and,
How about the one on Post Road, did that work?
And we can't use the one on Granville, and I'll tell you why. I had an offer on that, and, that's back on the market. It's got serious issues. They redid the whole thing and they never pulled any permits.
Gotcha.
So in order for this to sell, it has to be raised. The new buyer has to raise
Which
it.
one is that?
Granville.
30 Granville.
Yeah. That's a nightmare. 66 Clinton, okay. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, Meadowbrook, really can't use.
No.
Post Road. Oh, this is Angie's house, yeah. Angie is down in the,
You must know every property around.
she works downstairs, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's a client of mine too.
Did you know the people on, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Oh my God, those are the nicest people. You know the house they redid? Right on South Benson Road.
Yeah.
Hattie pointed to me. Remember there was a car that crashed into their front porch?
Yeah, right.
I can't remember their name.
I don't know, I'd have to look it up.
Because they were there for like 3 generations, where she used to tell me her dad.
Oh, wow, that was family for that long?
Her dad used to, now where my
on the corner of Clinton.
On the corner of Clinton.
Yeah.
In South Benson, right?
Yeah.
Just though that her dad used to go to the little creek. There was a creek right going through South Benson Road, and he used to get the snapping turtles and throw them back into the little water.
Wow.
Because there's a house that was built on South Benson on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And they were doing the foundation, they had to put pillars down because they found marsh.
This one, I wouldn't use this one. I wouldn't use Angie's either, because that's on a state highway.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Route 1,
I do a drive-by on those.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Angie bought that because, she paid $460 for it because she was divorced, she needed somewhere to buy, and, this is the kind of property that, you look for those desperate buyers who will buy anything, and most people would not want this location. And this is your location on Riverside is far better than this.
So let me defer to
But you got the one on Clinton, you got the Purple Cake, which I'll look that up, what number that is. And then you've got the other one on Clinton that is a comparison in that they're trying to make, that sold for 1.1, and they're trying to make you equal to that, which is not.
And by the way, right down the block, just to show you something, that how inequitable that formula is. 2 houses down right next door to Min. They went ahead and they got a permit and they refinished the basement. They put like 3 bedrooms down there.
Oh.
Right, and they're being valued at $988. Right now, the house at 867. This is 1 3/4 stories. You know this house for sure. This is the blacks. It's done right. It's right on Riverside Drive. It was right next to the purple. Right next to the purple.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That weird thing over there.
Yeah.
Front door. Weird.
But inside's brand new.
Yeah.
And they built the basement. They did everything compliant, and they're at the same price as my parents.
That's interesting. There's 13. Yeah, same square footage, same lot size. I don't think I have that in here, do I?
No, I just didn't know if it was a comp or not.
Well, yeah.
Because it wasn't a sale, it was just, I mean, the Zillow's get for $789, which, I don't know.
There was Zillow,
Yeah.
Schmillow, I don't, you know, I mean,
And
Zillow's just, you know, using algorithms on a page. They're not inside of houses. They don't know the nuances of every neighborhood, you know, I mean, sometimes it works, what? Yeah, right, exactly. You can say it out loud because, you know. 867 Riverside. All right. Yeah, that's not selling for $1,025,000. And this is valued at $718,830. So just so I know, how did you arrive at $613,914?
I took out the low of a bunch of.
Okay, you just averaged.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Again, I wasn't trying to take the highest, I wasn't trying to take the lowest.
Okay.
But
Okay. So again, with all of these appeals, you'll get a letter from the town. Well, once we finish our hearings, which we have 911 to get through, and we're hopefully getting to the end, we'll be able to start deliberating. We are a 5-member elected board. I'm one of the elected members. This is my 4th term, 6th or 7th year on this board. And then we have 4 alternates because we had so many appeals we needed to add alternates.
Okay.
So we'll start deliberating. It's my job to present your appeal to the board, and then we'll take a vote.
Okay.
Now you'll get a letter from the town. It'll go one of 3 ways. Yes, you got the appeal granted to your number, or you got a partial appeal. It will be another number, but it'll be a reduction. Or third option is you got denied. They won't tell you why, unfortunately, but you can always go back and listen to the recording of when the vote happened and how it happened. And then if you're not happy, you can always go to the state, to the Superior Court, and appeal it there.
What do you think this property should be valued?
What, this one? I could see, because you've got some other, I have to look at some of the values of the other capes, and I'm going to look at the other solds, because I know there's been some. I kind of wish you had some photos from the inside of this house.
Happy to provide some.
Well, if you want to do that, the asbestos in the basement and the interior of the kitchen and bathrooms particularly, and then you can bring it back to the assessor's office and make sure you mark it 733.
733?
Because that helps us. That helps us a lot.
Okay.
Appeal number 733. And then they'll add it to the file so that when this packet comes up to us, it'll be here.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay? And, I mean, I could see this going anywhere between your number and, like, say, 700.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that, because at this point you could be a tear down.
Right.
But the builders on Riverside are not really going over 700 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I see it. High 6s maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay?
Great.
All right, I'm going to end the recording. Okay, the time is 10 o'clock.
Good enough.
And this is appeal number 734. The address is 1537 Fairfield Beach Road.
Right.
And the appellant is Donald Grauer
Me.
and Albert Grauer, trustee.
Both trustees.
And in attendance is Rick Grauer.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm also Albert.
Oh, you are?
Albert's
Oh.
my legal name.
Ah,
I was
okay.
the 3rd Albert in the family, so
I
my mom
see.
came up with a nickname for the middle
Okay.
name.
All right. So I'm going to swear you gentlemen in. If you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Do.
Okay, if you'll both sign there next to the X. Okay. So I have the town's value for you at $2,227,773. So tell me of your interesting appeal here.
Interesting. We're not complaining about the assessment value.
Okay.
Here's your copy.
What we're doing is taking objection to the town virtually did a reverse subdivision of our property through the assessment.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way it works is the lot on the creek side.
Did they combine it?
They combined it.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
And for the last 40 plus years, the town has been sending us a tax bill for the back piece of property separate.
Mhm.
It was originally in a different title.
Mhm.
When my mom passed, we inherited, it was originally her property. My father owned the front property on the sound. And when she passed, we were the recipients of the property. So they were actually under the same name, but they were not combined. They were separate pieces of property for
Mhm.
40 plus years.
Mhm.
And the town decided to combine them as one. So what we're doing is taking, or well, somebody did, and yet we don't find anything downstairs in the vault attesting to the fact that they combined the properties either. There's still a separate deed for the back piece of
On
property.
that thing you have there, it's got copies of deeds, copies of utility bills, copies of tax bills,
Yeah.
everything showing it's a separate
Yeah.
property.
And also, in order to do that, you would have to do that legally.
Yeah.
I would,
Duh.
right?
I would,
So
no,
what-
we're not lawyers, but we would think that we would be consulted about it.
So what are the implications of, how does this affect you? I mean, aside from the fact that they did something
It has
illegally.
potential to reduce value of the property, number one. Number two, they did a land transfer without discussing it with us. You would think out of the courtesy, they would explain to us what they're doing.
Well, and if you wanted to sell off that
Yes.
other
Well, there was no
property,
intent-
you
yeah,
wouldn't have the
that's
ability to
hypothetical,
do
but
it.
there was no intent to sell it.
Yeah,
It's just that
We're third generation owning it.
yeah,
there was
Been in the family since June of 1939.
yeah, yeah.
they simply made what was subdivided 40 plus years ago.
Did you talk to the assessor's office about
No, we
that?
didn't know we were supposed to.
Well, no, I'm just curious.
No, no,
Yeah.
So,
We went through the appeal process.
Uh-huh.
So this is different than all the
We
others.
talked to an attorney and he said, go ahead and file your appeal. We
Mhm.
have to make that the first
Yeah.
legal step if you file the formal appeal.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So, in a nutshell, the names of the property ownership are the same front and back, but the town has carried it as two pieces of property. And there at no time did we have any intent to include it as one piece of property situation.
The GIS map shows it as two properties.
Yeah. Everything the town has, we have separate utility bills on the property situation. It's separate insurance on the property. Everything, it shows it as two pieces of property.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're-
crazy. Oh,
You
my
have-
gosh.
Here is a copy of a map from the vault showing the two properties, separate addresses, separate property. Here is a GIS map for the town, two separate properties.
That's crazy.
Well,
And
it's
it's-
illogical.
And it's been that way for 40 years?
40 years, yeah. The deeds are in the property, the copy you have,
You have a copy of all the deeds,
transferred.
the tax
Yeah.
bills, utility
Somebody
bills.
told me about this, and I did hear about it, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is crazy.
And it
Well,
wasn't our
They
intent.
can't do that.
Well, one would think in order to do it, you would change the records and it would require a signature of ours too, because you're changing the title.
Hello?
You're changing the title, so we would have to sign off some kind of
Of
paperwork.
course.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we've been at,
when did you realize that they did this?
Well, when we got the
when
assessment,
we got the.
Yeah.
there was no notification
Oh,
of
my
any
gosh.
intent to do this, and I believe that some other neighbors saying there was no
Well,
intent.
Hopefully this is just a mistake.
No, I don't think it
on their
was.
part.
I think it was a matter of trying to
In
simplify.
in my honest opinion, the town has no idea what to do with the property on the peninsula. They never have. They change rules every couple of years, and they never talk to the people, which
Yeah.
is a huge problem.
So all we're asking for is it be continued the way it was. They moved the property, what used to be 1534, to the front, and they added that to the assessment situation.
And we're not arguing it's a
So-
total assessment.
So, yeah, so you can't, we can't even understand how the new value that they, assigned to each.
They said the garage was worth $19,000 and they put it all included it, so they added to the front piece of property. Situation is basically what they did.
So in order for this to go back to the, or remain the two parcels that it has always been, they would have to assign a new value to
Yeah,
that,
they'd have
right?
to subtract the value from 1537,
Yeah.
a portion of the value from 1537, put it back onto 1537.
They didn't assess the back lot for a lot of money. Our taxes were.
Yeah, but we don't know how they're gonna do that. I mean,
Well-
you say that's what they should do, but we don't know how they're
No,
gonna do
we
that.
Well,
So, I wonder if
and then we would
should-
have the right to appeal that number.
Well, that's what I'm.
This may come up at a later date, but we would again, past the deadlines of appeal, we would have a
Well,
right to.
and that's why I'm thinking maybe we should bring this to the attention of the assessors now, or when we're discussing this, table this and say,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to
This
the
is not your
assessor.
typical.
And then, have them correct this situation, assign it a new value, and then we let you know that value.
Correct. That
And
would
then
be-
you can come back again, but,
Like I said, we're not complaining about
yeah,
assessed values,
Well,
bedrooms,
there-
bathrooms, or anything like that.
We're not the only property they did this to,
really?
Yeah.
They did it to more
whole
people?
street.
the entire street. We
Everybody
might
who has a creekside, they
Yeah,
combine
I would
both
say
of them?
probably maybe 30-40% have front
Maybe
to
that's
back.
why I've heard it.
Yeah, front to back they have, about
No.
30-40%, yeah.
My guess is, and from the attorney we spoke to, there were a bunch of people that are appealing.
Yeah, they just,
Because they're not paying attention.
Exactly.
right. Now, if you
See
take,
it all the time. I
if you
see it
take
all the time.
if you take Old Dam Road, for
You know when
example,
they pay attention? When it's too late.
Uh-huh.
if you take Old Dam Road, people own both sides of the road, and there's only one assessment there. But like I said, precedent has been set for 40 years.
Yeah,
That it's been done this way. The town has recognized
Yeah.
it with separate tax bills.
but you
And we're
have-
current on all tax
Yeah,
bills.
no, you have the right to do that. I mean, if somebody wanted to, if you wanted to sell that parcel off, you could, without any
Here's the
encumbrance.
deal, we don't make all the rules. The town makes rules different days, different times about how it's
Yeah,
handled.
but
You can hurry.
there are laws, and this
Yes.
is illegal, what they did.
Well, it's subject to question for sure.
Yeah,
We're not judge and jury on the illegality, but we have the right to protest.
yeah,
So, yes, you may want to talk to your higher ups and say, how are we going to address this one?
yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
not
make,
about bedrooms, bathrooms, or
We're here to start the process and have a
Yeah.
formal legal.
with the right to have input in it.
because if, like I said, if we said to them, you need to put this back to the two parcels, and they said, okay, fine, and then they,
Now,
gave
you're-
you the two
just so you know,
assessments, you might not be happy with that.
You're also setting precedent for everybody else in the street too by doing that.
Yeah, but they have to come before the board. If they don't, then that's on them.
Okay. Well, it wants to set precedent,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
everyone has the opportunity to do it.
I
You're
think-
doing it.
Right.
If they didn't
Yeah.
do it, then they'll have to wait until next year. Or if they want their parcels to remain two parcels instead of one, then they have to go to the assessor and directly invite it, which I would still do that, even without the appeals board.
Yeah.
Because it's a legal issue.
And they do, and they give us,
It's gonna
and they
be
give us
fun.
a regular street address and everything too, so it's,
It's almost like they created an income stream.
And they got rid of the other
you
address on the
cannot
other
find
side.
the old 1534 in the records. They've expunged all those, everything's disappeared suddenly. Okay, but they did not subtract our deed to the 1534. It still reads, the transfer is still there. It doesn't go in the records of the Wall Towns. They're saying there's,
1534 is the creek side.
yeah, the Creekside. So they haven't done all the.
Even numbers are on the creek. odd
Yeah,
numbers are on the
the odds on the, yeah, I always think odd open water. That's how I remember.
It used to have a different street address. There's been a lot of changes.
Huh.
I think the fire department wanted to know from the Fairfield Beach Club down which way, the numbers ran. It was odd
Yeah.
before.
It used to be what.
Remember, it was just a bungalow colony in the early 1900s.
I'm just making a note here.
So, I'm glad we made your day with something
We
different.
used to have Joe Benkowski. We go down the beach. If your place has a wooden step on your, to get into your house, oh, you need a permit for that.
Well, our question is what you're doing.
They didn't know what they were doing, and they would make up rules along the way. Tom Staken
Okay.
didn't want that.
Okay. So we're real simple. You have all the supporting
Yeah,
documents there, the comments, and we love to
I've
hear
never,
from you.
this is my 7th year doing this, never had this before, it's always something new.
I'll give you a clue. We're residents of town, we're easy to deal with. Just don't, yes, and steal, but almost you could say that you're stealing the property up under, so you're reassigning it.
Yeah, that's not right.
I think we are entitled to an explanation.
Explanation and correction.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not the judge and jury on that, but I would think so.
Yeah.
Thank
Well, you're being generous, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to end the recording.
And
Okay, the time is 10:15. This is appeal number 736. The address is 3245 Congress Street, and this is a trust. Farrar Trust LLC is the appellant, and the appellant's name is Gregory Taylor. I'm going to swear you in, Gregory, if you'll raise your right hand. And this is, I'm swearing you in for both Appeal 736 and 737.
correct.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay.
You're duly sworn in.
Yeah. Sign right there. And I'll just have you sign that one while you're at it.
You need copies of any of these documents? You said to bring copies of them.
Let's see, I'll see what I have here in my, oh yeah, I don't know if, all right, first of all, you are asking for, oh, wow. Okay, the town has you valued at $3,478,100. And
Is that an assessment number or a value?
that's the appraised value.
It says 2434
And that-
was the proposed.
Okay, so that's probably the assessed value. So the
Oh,
appraised value,
right.
and are you asking the 796,600? Is that your assessed value or appraised value, market value?
That's the, I don't know the difference. This is an
Our
assessment.
assessed value is 70% of the market value. So let's just.
So this entire process is about an assessment, so I've just.
Right, but we're working off of appraised numbers because we're looking at market value.
Okay, so the appraisal.
So what the town has you valued at is
$2,434,000.
No, sorry, no. Where's your field card? I'll tell you right now. Town has you, what is this number? 3 million.
Yeah, so I don't have that number.
That's wrong.
Thank you.
Okay, that's wrong.
I was getting confused because that's a
Yeah.
different number. Yeah.
Well, that's on your cover sheet.
So
So
the
they
town
have
value,
you.
the town value as of
two,
October 1, 2020 was 1,593, and the town's new assessment, whatever that process
Appraised
was
value.
appraised value was 2,434.
670.
Correct. Yeah.
And you are asking.
And my response to that number is the 796,600. Correct.
As market value? No.
Whatever this number is, this 2,434.
Yeah?
I'm asking for that number to be 796.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so appraised value.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell me how you got there.
Yeah, sure. So do you need a copy of the supporting documentation?
Is it in here?
No. When the process just had you do this. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Okay, super. I don't know if you have a correct version of that or not, but yeah. So can I just speak for a few minutes?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
no, that's
Yeah, great. So by preamble, let me just say that the first time I came up the stairs here, as a very young man, I was born the year that John Sullivan became first selectman.
Oh, wow,
Okay?
that's cool.
And so that was great. And my
Great
dad
first
would
selectman.
occasionally come down and do business with him and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as a lifelong resident, I was really excited to be successful enough to acquire very historic property that I had driven past my whole life. And so I invested in both of the properties, the 3245 and 3297. When I acquired those.
I'm going to pull this up on the map while you're talking.
Sure. So both of those are in a AAA zone. They're also in what's commonly referred to as the estate section of Congress Street. Quite beautiful properties.
Oh, excuse me.
I waited because I heard the second one was coming there.
Yeah, it's usually 3.
Yeah.
All right,
and
so you are between, between Senate and Mine Hill.
Yeah, Mine Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a historic property, and
Beautiful.
It was a pleasure to be able to invest in that as a AAA property. And then what I'd like to do is just kind of, if you don't mind, read the first page of my supporting documentation.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's really the right cogent argument here.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts by saying that I dispute the assessments of both 3245 and 3297. And this opening statement is the fair market value of these two properties has been significantly impaired by the zoning waiver granted by the town to allow a 24-hour medical health care facility to operate in a AAA residential zone right across the street.
Yes.
I share over 300 feet of frontage with this medical facility, which operates 24 hours a day. Utilizing comps, right, to do real estate valuations in AAA residence on my estate acreage, abutting a medical facility like this, does not exist. I worked very closely with the agency doing the comps, and they agreed there's no such comp as that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I believe the fair market value of the properties is 50% lower than the October 1st, 2020 assessment due to the above change in zoning. So again, I purchased a AAA estate. I've invested millions of dollars in this estate. The town had a sort of unlawful zoning waiver to allow a medical facility to operate 24 hours a day right across the street. So the town has not been able to resolve the legally improper zoning waiver process of allowing a medical health facility to operate in a AAA zone residential neighborhood. A certificate of occupancy still has not been filed that allows the medical operator, Newport, to operate a medical health care facility
Is that right?
directly across the street from my residence. This facility is staffed by medical personnel 24 hours a day. This facility has medical response 24 hours a day, including sirens. And what turned out to be a misleading and controversial certificate of need application by the applicant, Newport, the state of Connecticut confirmed that Newport was and is classified as a medical health care facility, which is a commercial designation and not a group home. I'm not here to argue the legalities. This is already on the books. The result is that a medical health care facility has taken potentially illegal, I'm not here to discuss that, occupancy, and is operating directly across the street from my estate. There's some question as to whether the town correctly granted a certificate of occupancy or if the waiver actually from the zoning took place. Those procedural and illegal questions aside, the fact is Newport does operate and is staffed 24 hours a day, providing mental health and substance abuse treatments by medical professionals in what is otherwise a AAA zoned estate area.
Wow.
So Newport's use of this area in such a business directly impairs the market value and desirability of my residential property and directly abuts their operation. Google Maps clearly shows that across the street from my properties is listed Newport Institute, which is further designated as, among other things, adult residential treatment and young adult treatment centers. You can look on them, it changes month by month. This is this morning, adult residential treatment. Some of them say substance abuse, etc. Anyone looking at this property sees that for buying a $3 million home, I don't know what the town might suggest, they're going to be across the street from a commercial medical facility. So in light of
Excuse me 1 second. Yes, Laura.
The phone started in this room.
Okay, I'll help you in a minute. Or else ask Chelsea, maybe she can help you.
Chelsea can?
Maybe, but I can't do it right
I
now.
understand.
Okay.
In light of the burden of the depressed real estate value of my property and home due to the town allowing a medical health care facility to operate directly across the street in the AAA zone, any potential buyer of my property and home will easily know its operation, causing my property and home to be of a much reduced value. Any potential buyer will easily be able to search and understand that Newport Medical Health Care Facility is operating across the street. Any buyers would further be able to search for the police and fire response incidents associated with the patient residence of the medical facility, including the siren response emergency visits 24 hours a day and official reports of patient escape from the facility and responses. Further, rate of incidence at other Newport facilities, including those in Connecticut. Real estate representatives have advised that my property is undesirable accordingly, perhaps at any price point. I have marketed the property quietly, and discovered the actual responses to pass at evaluating the purchase of my property.
What were you asking for it when you were marketing it privately?
It's not really a question of price, it's a question of desirability.
Yeah, but I'm just curious, what are you free to?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm almost concluded with the opening statement. My own investment in properties is made with the understanding that I was improving AAA zone residential properties, including the fact that these are in what is commonly referred to as the real estate section of Congress Street, a definition that has been decades in the making from earlier last century and sustained by investment by property owners such as myself. I would call attention that in the supporting documentation, there's a map, a Google Earth map showing the multi-hundred feet directly facing properties. There's a Google Map designation of Newport Institute Adult Residential Treatment directly across from my driveway. There's a further one where it's Young Adult Treatment Centers. And if you visit the Newport website, they make very clear they are a mental health and substance use treatment facility. That's in their own words. They make very, very clear and bold claims about the fact that these facilities have full-time medical staff operating facilities around the clock, including nurses, and that these are healthcare and medical treatments facilities being conducted on the property.
Mm-hmm.
That's a medical facility and an institute, and it's easy to determine this. For reasons stated and supported with this relevant discovery documentation, I dispute the proposed valuation and request a new process taking into consideration the depressed value of my properties. Further documentation is available, including a copy of the state certificate of need to support that they are a medical facility, and copies of legal proceedings undertaken in recent years about the improper rezoning process that allows a facility like this to operate without a C of A in a AAA real estate residential zone.
No, you definitely have a legitimate complaint here. I'm just looking, the fair market value of the properties is 50% lower. Okay, so 50% lower would be
50% of the original. Remember, when I
the
purchased
original.
the properties,
okay.
that property purchased at that time, which was the fair market value assessed by the town, should be half because then this moved in. And you can't raise the property because the impediment is so severe. That would be my perspective.
So what was the original?
1593. If you look on the, I'm sorry, I'm just going to present this document, which is the application. I wasn't clear how, so I've actually put the previous town value and then the new proposed October 2020 value.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really a shame. We love living there, but it's...
Well, last year we had your neighbor across the street who was next door. And, they walked us through all the nightmare scenarios of what takes place there. And then the bright lights at night that, just shine through the blackout shades on the corner, the edges.
It's a commercial medical facility.
Yeah.
Across from what should be, and always has been, a multi-million-dollar estate.
Unbelievable. Now, what about this other one? Is this?
That's just a portion of my property.
Okay.
It's legally divided, but it's the same yard with the same frontage. Yeah.
Okay.
So all the arguments hold true for the second
I'll
one.
be honest with you. I think a good number of people on the board would have a hard time saying that your property is only worth $796,000. I understand where you want to go with this, but I'm trying to get you. My job is to try to get you something. Mm-hmm. I don't know that they're going to want to go to 796 because if, for instance, even if in my mind, if you just took 50% of what they're saying it's worth today, $2,434,000, that would bring you down to $1,137,142, which should still be lower than what you were in October of 2020. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to make note of that.
Yeah. There's a couple of them. So at this point, I don't believe the property can be sold to a rich, wealthy person to live there because of the impediment, and the development value is almost nil because the town has put very strict regulations on the encroachment of streams.
Mhm.
So even though I have 8 acres, which is 3297, that's one lot. That's only one building lot. And my
Yeah, this one is like
3245,
9.6 acres.
yeah, but the way that's structured, that can only be one lot because they won't allow the driveway to go all the way back around. That was already explored before I bought it. So the point being, if you were to fire sale this to a developer as opposed to selling it to a wealthy individual to become their home or an equestrian state,
Yeah.
I think you'd still be at a very disadvantaged position because the developer couldn't get enough.
Have you had
buildings in
any situations where, like, I know they have people that break out of there, escape, and have they been on your property?
there. So I actually had to harden the front of my property and build a fence. There are multiple access points to that. I have added guard dogs, and I've taught my children how to fire firearms because I'm a legal adult holding a firearm permit.
Mhm. Wow. Yeah, that's terrible what happened there.
Yeah.
So
So I'm not here to litigate why it happened or
Yeah,
that it
no.
was the wrong thing. I believe
Yeah.
it was wrong, but that's not the point. The
Yep.
point is, the fact is, I have something that was valued at X that's now
I
extremely impaired.
agree 100%, and I just want to be able to get you something, but my gut is telling me that the 796, we may not be able to get there. My feeling is I will do my best to get you something, which would be a partial appeal granted, because I don't know. I mean, a 796 for that amount of acreage, and I don't know. I'll do the best I can, but I'm just going to be very honest with you that to go from 2.434, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, the 2.434
I do agree with that.
takes into no impediment, right?
Yeah.
So you can't get a comp on my property.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's fair to say that you're lower than you were in October 2020 because of what's going on there. When did
I'm
they
sorry,
start?
they said your name is Helene, right?
Helene.
Yeah, I'm Greg, yeah. So I think that's the primary focus is.
Mhm.
I believe that whatever this word is, the assessment or whatever the right
Yeah.
term is, should be lower,
Yeah.
should be notably lower than the original number.
Yeah.
Correct?
Well, that's why I made that 50% off of this
Yeah.
number.
Is that some sort of formal offer you're making me, or is this?
No, I'm
okay.
not. I'm just making note of that, so
Gotcha.
it stays in mind, because my job is to present this to the board,
Yes.
since I heard the
Yeah.
appeal.
Yeah.
When did they put this in? What year did they put this?
21, 22. So right after that 2020 valuation.
Okay.
It's still
all right.
it's still ongoing. They don't have a C of A.
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm not here to litigate that
Right.
process, but the fact of the matter is they are operating, and they've been operating for over 3 years. Yeah.
No, there's another facility in town where a woman was in her bedroom, in bed, and she heard the police at the bottom of her stairs saying something like, did that man come up the stairs? She's like, what? Because she lives next door to one of these facilities. Yeah. I mean, that's insane.
Well, I think group homes serve a very important purpose, but this is not a group home. This is a medical treatment facility.
Yeah.
They don't belong.
No, they don't belong in residential areas.
It
No.
happened, and I'm bearing the brunt of that, and
Mhm.
that's the purpose of my appeal.
So now the next one is, this is appeal number 737, and this is, the time is 10:33. Same appellant, and so now this is just land,
Just to
right?
be clear, these properties are owned by Farad Trust LLC,
Yeah.
and I'm the sole
Yes,
member. Right?
yes, I established that when with the first appeal.
Yeah.
So this is just land, there's a barn here too.
Yes.
All right. 3297. So the town has you at
Yeah, so that same 50% cut wouldn't even get us
1448,
back to the other numbers. So
400.
there's something odd going on here.
Look at Sheffield card here. All right, that number on the front here is wrong.
Interesting, where did that come from?
I don't know.
What number did they have on the front there?
They had 1,448,400. So they have you at $1,013,880.
Correct. And the previous
Okay.
one was 508.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna follow your line of thinking here,
Mhm.
that a 50% haircut on the new proposal wouldn't be deep enough to get below the 2020
Okay.
number here.
Mhm. Mhm. Right. Right. All right. So together, so this is the first parcel is 9.68 acres, and this is 8.20. So you right? Is that right?
But,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not looking at the legal documentation, but yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And this is basically just.
This starts.
So
at-
they
this
did
starts
give you a
at the driveway.
condition factor
Yeah.
for the topography, and so you've got a lot of
That's the
wetlands on the
non-development
property,
aspect,
right?
right, yeah. Yeah.
Non-developable, okay. So the fact that, yeah, see, this brings up an interesting topic, because, you're in a 2-acre zone, but just because you have additional acreage doesn't mean that everything should be valued at that same 2-acre. Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is developable.
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've talked about this. Another board member and I have talked about this before, and we're going to address this in this board.
Yeah, because I don't think the town is wrong to put certain restrictions on things. Like, as an example, my main property, the 9 acres, there's a side driveway that's directly across also from the Newport facility. And I gather before I purchased the property, they already discussed developing the lot, quote, in the back, unquote. But the town now forbids that, where you have like a long driveway going back to a landlocked piece like that, which is interesting. And it's just to say, okay, these are supposed to be wealthy single-family estates for wealthy people.
Yeah.
I got it, and that's what I invested in, and that's
Right.
how I want to live.
Right.
Except we have this impediment across the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But in that 8 acres, there's no place to develop. There's no place. I know what you're saying with it.
Well, it has a barn. It's one home. You can put one home on 8 acres.
Yeah. Okay.
And my 9 acres is one home.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, if you wanted to tear down that barn and put up a beautiful new home with it and have that be a back lot, are you saying the town wouldn't let you do that?
Yeah, we're mixed metaphors here. So the back lot is associated with my main home.
Okay.
On 3245. The barn is on the 8 acres that
In the
is
front.
west. No, it's next to it. It's adjacent. They both have frontage to Newport.
Okay.
That's why it's part of the appeal.
I see.
And it is surrounded by wetlands. So if the barn were to be reconstructed, you wouldn't be able to because of the wetlands.
This is your
This
property
is the barn here, right here.
I
Yes, and this
see.
is a stream that goes all the way through here.
I see.
And then this is categorized as wet back here too.
Okay.
And then there's a pond, to get oriented here, there's a pond right here, right?
Mhm.
So this other driveway goes back, and they said you can't put a house here, and this is all impinged for wetlands here, which is
Oh.
fine. I don't plan on developing my property
Yeah.
or selling it to developers.
Yeah. But you could put a house, I mean, if you wanted to, you could.
So it's a 1 acre developable lot, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
nobody's
that's
debating that.
interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. So, yeah, so this particular, well, they both are impacted obviously by the medical facility, but this begs that question, like, how do we value additional acreage in a 2-acre zone? And that's something we need to talk about.
Yep.
So,
So my ask, which you've given me direct feedback on, right, is essentially half of the 2020.
yeah,
And if the board wants to get as close to that as possible, I think that would be something to discuss.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. in 2 acres zone, okay. All right. Listen, I totally understand and I empathize with your position because it's not what you signed up for when you bought the house.
Yeah.
And that property, that's,
And
how old are your children?
I have a 31-year-old, a 30-year-old.
You look so young.
Yeah, and I have a 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Why did you ask about my children?
No, because I just think of children living across the street from this. Like, the appellant that we talked to last year has young children right next door to this facility.
I had to harden my gates. I've had to put them in parochial school because we didn't want them going to the bus stop at the bottom because people wander off the other property, which is a bad situation. So that's the way that I have to live now, which is fine, but I also don't want to be assessed as if I'm living on a property that looks like this with a condo because it's not the right situation.
I hear you. All right, listen, my job is to present this to the board, and we're trying to get through 911 appeals, and so hopefully we start deliberating by the end of the month, and then this will take us well into April, and hopefully not into May, but you will hear directly from the assessor's office. You'll get a letter. It'll be one of 3 things. Yes, you got the appeal granted to your number, or you got a partial appeal, or you got denied. They won't tell you why. You won't know what happened unless you go back and listen to the recording of when we deliberated. Yes.
Okay. Right.
And then if you're not happy with that, you can go to the state, to the Superior Court, and appeal it there.
Yeah, that's a process I'm familiar with. I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, listen, my opinion is we are an appeals board, and we are here to do the right thing for the appellant. I don't care what the assessor says. He already told you what he thinks.
Yep.
I don't care, and I don't care how it affects the grand list. I want to do the right thing by the appellant. Yeah.
And I think I have a very unique argument. I know there's hundreds of people who are like, I don't want to increase. And
no, we're well aware of this facility.
Very, very clear impediment.
Yep. 100%. You're 100% correct, and I empathize with what you're having to deal with.
So Helene, your notes get written up now, or you bring those to the...
No, these are mine. I bring them. The assessor doesn't see these. These are my notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you made this note here. You made another note on the barn property?
Well, I made a how do we value additional.
Gotcha.
That's what we need to discuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Do you need other supporting copies here?
Only a few of those extras. I mean,
they're extras. I don't know if you need it or not. That's all.
We don't. I mean, we're all going to be together, and we've got that. And then these files are all online too, so people can pull it up on their computers as well.
That's great. I first of all, thank you for listening.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for your empathy. I know that's not worth anything, but it's nice from a human perspective.
No,
I
mean, that I'm the one presenting this to the board, so you can be rest assured that I will.
Thank you, Helene.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I'm trying to do the right thing for the town too, and like preserving these properties and things.
But you know what? We're the residents of this town. We pay the taxes. We keep it going, and there's the government, but we are the people. We have to do the right thing. I was elected to do the right thing for the people of this town, and that's my number one goal.
Great.
Not for the assessor's office.
Super.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Good luck with the process. I know it's going to be a
you.
long one for you. So.
I appreciate all the hard work you did to prepare your appeal.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Cheers.
Take care. Rockridge. Good. 35 Rockridge.
Yeah,
right? Okay. So a little early, but that's good.
that's okay. I'm always early.
Yeah, oh, that's,
Are you local?
oh, yeah,
Okay.
I have to be local in order to be elected, right?
Yeah.
I'm so local I could walk here,
That's nice.
but I didn't.
My grandfather owned a plumbing company, and everyone went to Ludlow back in the day.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, he forged your pumping plumbing, and all of his sisters went to Ludlow.
All right, I'm going to start the recording.
Yep.
Okay, the time is 10:47, and this is appeal number 739. The address is 35 Rockridge Road, and the appellant is Mark Gaudet.
That's correct.
Gaudet?
Gaudet.
Gaudet.
Yeah.
TTE would have been Gaudet.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Gaudet. Mark and Rebecca Gaudet. And so Mark is here. I'm going to swear you in. Mark, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
If you'll sign after the X. Oh, it's like Johnny Gaudet, hockey player.
Yeah, there's the police sergeant in Bridgeport.
Ah,
There's
okay.
quite a few people.
All right, so the town has you at $1,030,900.
Yep.
And you are asking for $887,143.
Yeah, I think, oh, good, I'm sorry.
No, so you agree? I mean, you agree with that, right?
I think that's, I probably put that number
Yep.
in there, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you are a split, correct?
We're split.
1982 square feet,
1982 square
and
feet.
you're only 2 bedrooms?
Only 2 bedrooms,
Ah.
because what we did was we did an addition, and we have a very large master, and so we had
Okay.
to take from somewhere. And we took
Okay, all right. All right, so tell me how you got to that number.
Yeah, so I think when we're looking at the property sizes and the lot itself, I'm on a busy road, and I think the value of my lot is diminished in a couple ways. One is my neighbor, who lives next to me at 57 Rockridge Road, is deceased. The house was blighted. It's dilapidated. It's a complete eyesore. And I included pictures there to highlight some of what I'm talking about.
How long has it been vacant?
It has been vacant well, it was always bad, okay? He was a hoarder, but he passed away, I believe, in 2019. And so the town blighted it. Someone moved in.
That's the one there.
That's the one there.
Okay.
The town blighted it. No one lived there. There was no electricity. There was no gas. There was no nothing. And what happened was they had a whole bunch of equipment, and in order to get unblighted, they just shuffled stuff around. But the house is a complete mess.
Who's they?
The sons.
Okay.
Okay. So Paul McMillan passed away, and his sons have ownership of the house and aren't really selling it. And so it sits there it's going to be.
So it's no longer blighted?
It came off light, and I think I included that in my statement.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was here's just some additional information. So that was my original statement. So but nonetheless, it's in complete disrepair, right? So.
And how does that?
Because it's my direct property.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I live on the corner of Black Rock Turnpike. And if you look at some of the comps that, I'm not a real estate agent, these comps provided to me.
Let me just pull it up on the map.
Yeah.
See exactly where you are.
And I have all the maps here. And I have photos of my house from my road. So the other thing is I'm on Black Rock Turnpike where there have been fatalities right outside my window and accidents a lot.
Oh.
And because it's an esplanade, people come flying up on both sides of it, and it's very, very dangerous.
Oh, I see. You're kind of right at the top of the hill.
I'm right at the top.
There.
So I have a hidden driveway sign, but the problem is the mega church is there, right?
Yeah.
And so you can't even access, and then people come flying down and they fly up my road.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very dangerous, and there have been fatalities. That's not, and there have been, I've sat there and witnessed accidents and been involved in supporting.
So the church is like right here?
Church is like right.
Right across the creek.
And I have video footage of trying to get from the church to my house on any given Sunday or any given Saturday, right? I mean, you almost cannot. The other fact is, in the morning, you can't get out on the road because people are going to the Merritt Parkway. I'm literally right there.
Yeah.
So the comps that are being shown are from houses that are, and I believe they're pretty close. Again, I'm not a real, I just was like.
Here, these?
Yeah, so there's a little write-up of why we used what we used. They're on private roads, and there's a map.
Are these sold properties or?
Sold properties, I think they were all, So there's my property.
Yep.
And then these are just the comps that seem to be closest, right?
But these are sold?
Sold.
Okay.
Yeah, and it explains a little bit in the wording. Right, like why
I'm just looking for dates when it's sold.
So it'll say something up here.
So funny the way that.
I know.
I'm just looking for when it's sold. Okay.
Just say there. In 2025, I believe they're both sold because we didn't go back to 2024.
Oh, yeah. Oh, these are the same. This is just a continuation of these two. Okay.
Right. So it's just my property and those two, which seem to be similar comps.
Yeah. Two sales. One is 35. No, 35.
One's 96 Brighton.
Oh, it's just. Oh, not 90.
If you go to this
95
map,
Brighton.
95 Brighton and 120 Laurel.
And 120. Not Laurel.
And then this is the pictures that I had taken of the house in the winter was with all snow. This is what just the yard looks like in the corner of my property. There's no grass.
So this house is further up, just one house.
One house. He's my neighbor.
Okay.
So this is the other problem. We're like this. He sits here. I'm down here.
Yeah.
Right. So any work that they're going to do, it's going to be a nightmare for me because it's rock ridge. They're going to be blasting. It's a knockdown house.
Yeah.
And I actually attended the blight hearing right? I didn't initiate it because I had been living there for so long under the same conditions. But the issue is like all the water that runs off. There's no grass. It's just moss. Trees are falling. His tree fell on mine. If you look at the earlier picture, so this is a picture of his tree that fell onto my property. I had to put a fence up, and not only, but it hit my roof and it damaged my roof. And this is just the trees that are in his yard, but currently, this is his driveway. You can see, and there's other trees that are going to fall into my property. So,
why don't they just sell it?
well, they won't sell it. So this is
Where do they live?
Texas and Florida. So this is his back.
Oh.
This is just a portion. I didn't take pictures of any of the vehicles.
Yeah.
I'm not here to like,
No, but that impacts your property.
well, and I'm not the only one. And this is just like what his property looks like. You know, it's a complete gut.
Oh, wow.
And I've been on the inside, so I can't tell you. It was a beautiful house at one point.
I'm sure.
So his tree,
Can it be saved?
no,
Really?
the builders won't even touch it. Like, so,
Why?
grass, so because they're not gonna make the money, they're asking way too much. The sons are hoarders too. And so there's no,
But I mean, have they tried to sell it?
they've had offers.
Oh.
The guy across the street wanted it gone. He offered money for it just because he's got a beautiful house. And so he's my
And what did they offer, like 600?
600 cash, as is.
And
inside,
they won't take
well,
it?
the inside, the walls are all, like, once you open it up, it's like the walls are all caving in, right? And it's 1950, you know, it's like green and shit, like just like my house was.
Yeah, wow.
So, and give us, you know, so my dilemma always is like, if we're looking at just the properties alone, right?
Yeah.
Like, because of the road alone and what I have to deal with above me, and it's, no one even wants to, like, I have friends who are like, why did you buy that house? I've been in that house a long time. I grew up on Black Rock Turnpike.
Oh, okay.
So, down by 95. So I'm not a boy, like, I can manage. Like, we were poor, so I'd take what I could get.
All right, I'll have to look up these two properties too.
Yeah.
I'm at Brighton View Mountain.
And again, I think they were just like, there may be some, you know, again, I'm not a...
Wait, and you're only 2 bedrooms too. That's another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, these other houses they're
And
probably.
one of them was like 4 baths. How'd they get one's a 4-bedroom with
4 bedroom with 3 full baths.
3 full baths.
Yeah.
I'm a 2-bedroom with 2.5 baths. And so you can see this is the property. A lot of it is, you know, on top of everything, it's the noise of Black Rock Turnpike, it's the traffic, it's the accidents, it's a continual. But I don't, like, you know, so when we bought the house, it was you know, no one wanted it. You know, it was sitting there.
Yep.
And then, of course, I think what will happen is ultimately when that house gets sold, it's going to create just a complete nightmare for people.
Yeah.
The other thing was the church. They were in petition to route the entire entrance to the church up our road.
Oh,
Right?
really?
Yeah. And so they blocked
You
that.
mean when they before they built it?
When they did
when
the
they wanted
big
to
addition.
expand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were, so that always will sit there because that church is pretty powerful. Do you want to see pictures or?
I mean, if you have,
I just.
of what? Pictures?
Well, just like the road itself, like so that's the triangle leading to Black Rock. So they come flying up either side, right? So this is the side that they come up for mine on the corner of my property.
And your property is all the way down to the street.
I think it's a 50-foot
setback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a hidden drive, but they come flying up. Like when I do my leaves and stuff, I have to put cones out because they come flying up, right?
Wow.
And then that's kind of from my driveway out to the road.
Yeah.
So I border. It's just you know, just one of those things.
All right. So the 887, you got there how?
I got there just kind of randomly looking at a number. I didn't know, like, this is honestly,
See, I'd like to compare you to some 2-bedrooms. Let me just see here. We have a little time.
yeah, you were nice enough to take me early.
Oh,
Bless
oh, excuse me.
And I think a lot of it, I mean, the land is the biggest portion, right? Nowadays, everything's knocked down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they buy a house, they buy the property, they're going to knock it down.
Close. Let me go back.
You grew up, where'd you grow up?
Oh, I grew up on the Jersey Shore, but I've been here for 38 years.
We're in the shore?
Monmouth County, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go on one vacation a year. My life,
Where do you go?
we're Jersey Shore. We go to LBI,
Oh, nice.
but we have,
Yeah.
but.
I'm
like,
from like the Sandy Hook area.
Yeah, so we have stopped at like
Seabright.
Seabright, Manahawkin.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, like,
That's where I grew up.
And, you know, we even do like Wildwood and,
Oh, yeah.
Little
then-
Egg Harbor.
Yeah, and we always, when the kids are growing up, we always go to Stone Harbor
Yeah,
and Cape May.
Cape May. So we're like, that's we take one vacation as a family.
Yeah.
My son's older.
There's nothing better than the Jersey Shore.
Listen.
The beaches are gorgeous. You can take the Cape all day long.
Well, we did.
Jersey Shore is much
We
better.
did 2 years at the Cape, and then I brought my wife. We were dating. We got engaged at LBI. We got.
Oh, there you
So,
go.
but when I'm, and this is hard for some people to understand who don't go there. When I'm driving and I'm close to Cape May, and you're on that single road, and it's marsh on either side.
Yes, it's so. Oh,
It's like
so,
the closest to the beginning of beach land. Like,
yes.
It
yes.
brings me to a point.
You
You know,
feel like
Route
you
9?
feel like you're just leaving the world
Ah,
behind, right?
I love that.
I know, I do too.
And then I bring a bike, so I'm always riding to like Cape May and
Yep.
to the points and stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You're speaking my language.
All right. Let me just bear with me here. Let's see if I can.
I mean, the day that they were like 900 reviews, 900.
911. Yeah. Let's see.
I think sometimes the challenge is we do have, like, I have an acre of land.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I mean, so that's why when I tried to find something that was acreage wise, that was close, of something that had been sold recently. And I think a lot just doesn't turn over in our size.
so annoying doing this on your phone. Fairfield. Something about being in this building, it just keeps bumping me out. All right, you know what? I'm gonna make a note myself. Look for 2-bedroom comps. And this is like the Rock Ridge area.
Yeah.
And then we could even go over to across the Black Rock Turnpike in Lake Hills. There's got to be some we can find. Yeah. In the
Yeah, I think that's where we got down to like Laurel View.
800,
Oh,
900 range. Yeah. I'm gonna look for that.
Okay.
All right. But
Anything else you need from me?
that's it. That's it. So here's what will
I
happen.
hope I was concise.
You were. So as you noted, we have 911 appeals, and hopefully we will be able to get to our deliberations toward the end of the month, and then this will take us into April, hopefully not till May.
Yeah, right.
And then you'll hear from the assessor's office. It'll be one of three things. Either you got a partial appeal, a full appeal granted, or you were denied. If you're denied, they won't tell you why. You just have to go back and listen to the vote and how it was deliberated and see how it went. And then if you're not happy, you can always appeal to the state. But I will do my best to present this to the board. And like I said, I'm going to look for those 2-bedroom comps. And make a note here. And then see what I can do for you.
Thank you so
okay?
much. I appreciate
All right.
it. All right.
All right. Nice to meet
You
you.
had a good St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, a weekend, but that's tomorrow.
Oh, I know, but
No, that's, to me, it's like a holy day.
It is, right. I know. Like, I'm watching all these people.
Well, I said, I'm not doing appeals tomorrow because I'm off.
Exactly.
Yeah, and my neighbor who lives around the corner is the Grand Marshal.
Oh, nice.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
No.
It can't rain. I mean, that's Irish weather, but.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have bars set up outside at the Gala Club, or not at the castle and.
Yeah.
Okay, the time is 11:20. This is appeal number 740. The address is 220 Jenniford Road, and the appellant is James and Wendy Accomando.
Yep.
Okay. James, I'm going to swear you in if you raise your right hand.
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Okay. If you will, sign next to the X. All right, thank you. So just to review, the town has you at $1,050,800, and you are asking to go to $950, correct?
I didn't know what the town had me at, but so $1,058,000.
Let me see. It has you on your cover sheet here, $1,050,800. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, look at the $950.
$1,050,800. Yeah. Is that what it says here? It's a little different. Did you get a reduction from Tyler already?
So I don't know who I talked to, but when I had called up, I thought that was this meeting. I've never done this before.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
fine.
I talked to the individual, and
Okay.
he had mentioned that there will be a subsequent hearing,
Yeah.
and if you want to bring pictures of the things that we had talked about, and a further description, because of course I wrote it so small and scripted that no one's going to be able to read it.
All right, so let's see.
So that's why I'm back here now.
You are a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath colonial, and you're 2538 square feet on 0.27 acre. Okay, how did you get to that number of 950?
So I didn't go out and do an appraisal. I literally just, an official appraisal, I literally just went online, looked at what I thought was comparables in the market, and put down 950. If it's something different than that, et cetera, the primary issue was when I had talked to the individual on the phone to generate this notice, he had said that there's internal factors about your property that they measure, and again, I'm away from it now, you can help me out. If it's in good condition, poor condition, I don't know what all the criteria were. And then there was also about your land. If your land has been affected by something, which is what we're going to talk about, or if your land is not as designated as probably written on your and your assessment. And so I'm going to focus just a couple of seconds on the condition of the home, and then I'm going to spend most of my time talking about the actual value of the land.
Okay.
And the uniqueness of this house to that value. So whenever you want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. So let's
So we live at 220 Jenna Ford Road, and we back up to Holland Hill Elementary School. So my house is here, it goes like this, and Meadowcroft, and the school is our backyard. Literally, the elementary school is our backyard. Every morning, my wife's a school teacher at Osborne Hill, so she's at a half-hour later start. Our kids went to Holland Hill, and they're the only elementary with a half-hour earlier start. So
Is that right?
Yeah,
Huh.
they start at the same
Why
time
is
high
that?
schools. It was started off as a pilot
I
program.
didn't know that.
I've lived there since '88. It started off as a pilot program and then never
Huh.
went back. I think it's probably because of the bus schedules.
Oh, okay.
They can't put them all at 7:30, but they can't change them all back either. So we're on the same time frame as the older kids, which is actually was great for us. We could go to work earlier.
Yeah.
But what happens to us is this is a view from
Oh my
from the house.
gosh.
We
Wow.
are blocked in. My wife can't, so she has to either leave a half hour before she normally would, or she's late every day. It depends on did she beat the traffic.
Wow.
And it's not like this traffic flows. They line up,
Yeah.
and then they can't move because there's the buses have to empty out, and the buses can't
Oh, my
empty out
gosh.
until a certain period of time. So you've got your, what do you call it, the crosswalk person.
Well, wouldn't you think they would like leave spaces for the driveways?
I am very sensitive to that
Yeah,
now, so I never
yeah,
block a driveway.
yeah.
But even if my wife wanted to back out, there's no place for them to go forward or back because once they're in front of our house, it's 7:50 to 8:10, 5 days a week.
Wow.
And then this repeats itself in the afternoon to pick kids up. So that's the front of our house in the sense of when I talked to the individual, I said, okay, so we're not just a regular house on a regular street. We're impacted, and that should go into, I'm thinking, should go in evaluation of the land.
Yeah.
So that's actually the good news. So 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, getting in and out of our driveway is, and it's like this forever. I mean, that school's not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. And I just happen to have two other pictures of it with the snow. So then the other thing is, since I told you I back up to the school, since our last assessment, and we were very grateful for it, Holland Hill, they went to different schools and they redid them.
Mm-hmm.
So Holland Hill finally, our kids were gone, unfortunately, but finally got air conditioning, finally got the portables out of there, because the portables used to be in our backyard. They're gone now, and they expanded the school. I'm doing dishes by the sink, and all of a sudden they go, oh, I can see the school. And I go, oh, I can see the school. They literally, we had this is the fence in the back of our yard. This used to be 12 to 15 feet of buffer. They wanted to expand the parking lot. So while I was doing the dishes, it was the summertime, they virtually cut all the 12 to 15 trees, protection, everything. It's not my property. I can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was just clear cut.
Wow.
And then they moved the parking lot up so that it's almost to the fence. So the cars now have more of a place to park.
Wow.
And so this is our view from our yard. Real pretty view that we used to have.
Wow.
We used to have the buffer. So this is every day, and you can see it from the house. And what's really interesting is, I didn't notice this before, we were having a neighborhood party after Christmas, and here we are sitting in the dining room, and cars were coming into the school for an evening event. The headlights were shining on the person's head who was sitting here, because they're coming right through the chain link fence, and they ran into our house, and my neighbors are commenting.
So if they're not backing in, they're going
They're going in front for us.
Oh,
And
my God.
nighttime, because normally there's not that many nighttime
It's such a
activities.
pretty room.
Oh, thanks. So normally there's not a lot of nighttime activity there, but 8 or 9 times a year, when they come in at the front, the lights go right into our house. So my third issue, so we got traffic as one. The second one is the proximity of the parking lot to our property line, and they literally got rid of all the green brush, and it used to be about 15 feet, and then it's gotten shortened, and it's clear cut, and now we see all the parking. Well, when they finished off the school, they added lights like an airport. So we have no darkness whatsoever.
Wow.
So this is what it looks like. This is up against our backyard. It looks like it's daytime. This is like 11 o'clock at night. When we were coming home from the event, I said to my wife, let's go on to school and take a couple of pictures.
Friday night lights.
Exactly, yeah.
Every night of the week.
So those are the parking lot. That's the parking. Our house is over here, so you can see that. That's the direction of it. So this is what it looks like if I just turn around. You can see how bright the lights are, and they're like airport lights. And so it's now I get it from a safety standpoint. You want to have that, but that's also. So you see how bright those lights are to the school?
Yeah.
That's how bright they are in our backyard.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So we have the light pollution, we have the parking up against the fence, we have the traffic in the morning, and then this is also, this area right here, is this kindergarten playground. So during the daytime, the kids come out and that's their playground is right, so you got the cars, got the school, in between is their playground. So if you wanted to add noise to it, there's also the noise. So that was my thing about the yard. I got a couple about the house, but I just wanted to show you
Interesting,
the
yep.
parts that I wrote here that are too small to see. So traffic, light pollution, noise, and
Got it.
Cars backing up to your backyard. So I can transition to a couple other things.
Yeah,
Just
go
one
ahead.
other thing. Okay, so the other thing was when I talked to the individual, and this is now the inside of the house, he had actually said, okay, so what condition are you in? I go, well, I'm in the condition now where I'm going to turn 69. We probably have one more remodel in us, and then that'll be our last house, last remodel. But we have to because we had kids, they're gone. We've had 2 sets of double dogs, 2 dogs at once, they passed, another 2 dogs at once. So our house is nothing else. I'm tired. And so he was saying, are you in great shape, not good shape? So I just took a few pictures this morning. That's what happens to your front door and where the doorbell is on the other side. That's what, if you own dogs, you know that.
Yeah.
That's what happens to your house. This is ours. So my bottom line is we need woodwork done, we need painting done, we need wallpaper done. There's our wood floors. Pretty beat. This doesn't come out, but see those dark edges?
Yeah.
That's about that deep. So this is almost like can't be sanded. If it is, it's going to be really sanded down. This is typical of our floors.
Yeah.
And here's the last one. So that's the shape of our floors. So the floors have to be redone. All the painting inside the house. Woodwork on most of the windows. I wanted to show you I showed you that piece. This is the windowsill.
I've got that from my dog.
Yeah, you see how it's dug out? Because there's people on the other side, they're parking. So all these windows have to either be repaired or replaced, and we have a lot that are impacted like this. And then we have, of course, baseboard heating that looks like that, all rusted out. And then we have some walls from settling that look like this.
Oh, boy.
So I think he brought us down to...
That's not plaster, is it?
No, that's the sheetrock. But it looks like a settle crack.
Yeah, it does.
Again, all these are fixable, but it's like, where did he leave off in the sense of the condition of our home? How did he rate it? Was it good?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know if it's like excellent, good, or whatever. I don't know how they are.
You are a C+.
A C+, okay. So, again, I don't know what your scale is. I'm showing you. I don't know.
That's something new we never had before, which they're now putting on the field cards.
And you can keep these pictures. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if a C+ reflects this, or if this brings me to a C-. I don't know.
Well, what's interesting is that they weren't inside your house, right?
Correct.
The assessor was never inside your house. It's basically a drive-by.
A drive-by.
Yeah.
And we just had the house painted last year.
Yeah.
So, And then I mentioned the last thing to him is we also need a new roof. So we have the perennial problem of, the growth on the roof. But we also, I tried to get a better picture of this, but, on your shingles, we have it doesn't show up very well here, but there's a lot of bare spots. There's a lot of, that roughness that's on the shingle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of spots where it's not there or missing or so we find shingle after a rain, a lot of it on the ground because they're old and they need to be replaced. So that is, it was really just a simple slideshow of inside and out. And
these interior ones.
Yeah, so take the interior separate.
Yeah.
And then I broke them down into, there was the traffic.
Yeah.
And then there's so here's the traffic, keep those separate. And then I'll put these in the order of, the lights and then the cars. So you've got those. And that was all, I don't know if you need that. I just did that as an illustration that the lights shine on.
Yeah, you can't really see it.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
But it was really funny
that
we noticed that it was this guy. The light was on his head because he's facing that way.
Crazy.
So, but you really can't get it. Okay. Oh, let's do lights, and then we'll do traffic.
Yeah.
Here go lights. And then cars parked there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's our story for an argument to adjust the value of the property, because if I was a few streets down, a few houses down, behind their houses is woods, not a school, and then they don't have the traffic in front of their houses. And because there are woods behind their school, they don't have the light either. So there's only a few houses impacted the way I am, but where I am is the parking lot. I'm the only one there for the parking lot. In fact, sadly, if you go down, my house is here, then there's a sideway house on Meadowcroft that goes like this. When that house was vacant, there were people that were trying to buy that house to tear it down to put a school parking lot there. And I had to go to the meetings to actually say no. But as a result, they clear cut that back spot, squeezed that open space, and put it there. So it either would have ended up to the side of me, which would have been worse, or in back of me, but it was going somewhere and then behind me. So that's my story.
So when you talked to Tyler, did they tell you to get any sold comps?
No, they just I had said I can take pictures and bring that in, and they thought that would be fine. The issue about comps for me is, like I mentioned to you, there's only a couple of houses that are impacted by the school on our street. First, it's like the neighbor over there.
Yeah.
He can get out because
he's on the other side.
He's on the other side.
Yeah.
And he backs up to another house, so he doesn't have that impact. So there might only be the house that's sideways, me, and my 1 and 2 neighbors.
Yeah, it's really a
there.
Condition factor.
And both of these people that are next to me are retired and never leave their homes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's really.
So it's not like I can take a comp of Pemberton.
Yeah.
And bring it to my house because it doesn't have the same condition. And this is about a unique condition to this unique property, not about a comp in a neighborhood of what a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath sells for.
Yeah, it's a condition factor on your property.
There was a name that he used, and I wish I could remember it. He had said when your land has certain unique things, he had a word or a couple of words to describe that. I can't remember what that was.
Not functional obsolescence. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would never put, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Had the word obsolescence in it. So is that what that is?
Functional obsolescence.
Okay. That's the word he used.
Yep. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for knowing that word. I couldn't
You're
remember, I didn't
welcome.
know it had functional.
Well,
I'm
I've been
also
doing it
interested.
for, this is like my, 7th year now.
Oh, wow.
So,
What do you do for a living?
oh, I'm a realtor.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I am.
Oh,
So,
what,
you know,
what
we
company?
Compass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We know these houses very well,
Yeah,
many of them
that's
that
not,
we've been in.
Katie O'Grady, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Katie and I have known each other for a
Well,
long
she was
time.
just sitting out there before. When you were in that room, I was talking to her.
I didn't even look up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're at the same yacht club. Black
Oh,
Rock Yacht Club.
yeah, uh-huh.
That's so funny.
Oh, well, you're at Black Rock Yacht Club?
Yeah.
Well, then you know the Giambalvos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So my daughter's married to Stephen Giambalvo.
Oh, wow.
And then Jerry and Peggy
Yep,
are her
yep.
in-laws. Yeah. And,
We've been there 31 years. So
oh, yeah.
we've been there
yeah,
a
well,
long
Jerry
time.
was a Commodore
Yep.
at one point. Yeah. And then Stephen and Caitlin moved down to South Carolina. He was, Stephen was the treasurer or whatever. He did the finances, whatever, for the board. And then they moved, so.
Well,
Yeah.
so being in this business, you realize that you can do comps, but then there's unique
Yeah.
situations. This is
Functional
one of those
obsolescence.
functional obsolescence cases,
Uh-huh.
and it only applies to probably less than a handful of us
Yep.
by that school.
Yep.
But it would be similar to anybody that lives right next to a school in our town.
Oh, absolutely. No, we'll definitely address that for sure.
What can I do next, or for you, or?
No,
have
this
everything
is
you need?
we're trying to get through the 911 appeals that we
Oh,
have
my
to hear
goodness.
this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get to deliberations by the end of the month, and then, I don't know where you'll fall into that 911 group,
And-
but we'll be well into April doing this.
Oh, yeah, no
And-
hurry. I just went down and paid my taxes just
Yeah.
because it was in the office, so.
And then you'll hear from the assessor's office. It'll
Okay.
either be, yes, you got your appeal granted to your number, or you'll get a partial appeal granted, or you'll
Okay.
get denied. If you're denied, he won't tell you why, but you can always go back and listen to the recording of when we deliberated to
Oh.
see how it went.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then you can always appeal to the state if you're not happy, to the
Okay.
Superior Court. But I will do my best. James, and is it Jim?
Yeah.
Jim,
it would be,
okay.
yeah.
And see what we can do for you, okay?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my first time coming in here.
Yeah,
and,
no, I think
I'm not
it's
a
great.
realtor, so I just put down what I thought was a fair number,
Uh-huh.
given where, you're not gonna go to 400,000, anything
Yeah.
like that, but I just
No,
thought it was a fair
it's
number
very
from where we
fair.
were.
It's very
And,
fair.
just to go
Yeah.
there. And if you find that number is too low, I'm gonna leave it up to you realtors to figure out what that number
Well, we're
would
not
be.
all, there's two of us on the board that are realtors, and nobody else is a realtor, but it helps to have realtors on
Yeah,
the
it
board.
really does.
Yeah, all right, it was
Was
nice
Katie
to
doing
meet
one of
you.
those out there? What we're
No,
doing
she
here?
was just with her client. She was,
Oh,
I think,
okay.
just gonna help her appeal it,
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
she's probably in room number 1 right now.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll wait for my way
Yeah.
out. I don't want to interrupt anybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All
Really
right,
appreciate
nice
it.
to meet you.
What part of the town do you,
Oh, I live right around the corner. I live right off of the Old Post Road.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
not far.
Yeah, I sit on the Historic District Commission, so
Oh,
you
do you?
fall in the HDC?
I do,
You
yeah, but,
Yeah, that's, wow.
where do you,
Tough.
yeah. So why are you on the Historic Commission?
Oh, I'm a docent at the museum.
Oh,
I love
okay.
everything history.
Oh, nice,
And
nice.
so, but it's interesting, yeah, it's, different rules for,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the 3 HDCs.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
As a realtor, and we're gonna actually have realtor meetings coming up. We'll probably have one actually at the History Museum for your area,
Uh-huh,
because we just came out with a new
yeah.
book. And since we got 0 comments on the book from the public, we
Oh.
thought we would minimally at least have a realtor update if people wanted to come.
Yeah.
So that they could actually see it. So you're both realtor and homeowner
Yeah.
in the district. So,
Yeah,
You know,
I'm on Robson Place.
Yeah, you want to change a window, you got, it's,
Oh.
yeah.
Crazy. I know, I have a friend that lived on the Opal, she's now on Riverside, but they lined their driveway with Belgian block, and they made them take it all up, and it's like ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Okay, the time is 11:46, and this is appeal number 742. The address is 9 Beaumont Place, and the appellant is Nicholas Garofalo. And so, is it Nick or Nicholas?
You can call me Nick.
Nick,
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to swear you in.
Okay.
If you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, if you want to just sign next to the X.
Okay.
All right, so the town has you at 940, 600, and you are asking for 875. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's what I found the form, yes.
Yeah. Okay, why don't you tell me how you got there?
Okay, so, I just prepared something to read. Can I read it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So, my property at 9 Beaumont Place should have its property value reduced because its proximity to Rugby Park. The park borders my house on two sides. The playground is directly behind my house, and it gives park visitors a direct line of sight to my rear deck in the rear of the house.
Borders it on two sides?
Yes. This is a violation of our privacy. Also, Beaumont Street, the Beaumont Street entrance to the park on the other side of my house also has a line of sight to my deck. The entrance is also used as a parking lot by people who visit the park. Cars come and go all day. I understand that there is a deduction of 5% of the value because of the property's proximity to the park. We think that the deduction should be at least 10% or more. Not only is this a privacy issue, it is also a noise pollution issue. Children playing in the park are usually quite loud and yell and scream as they play. When we use our deck to entertain or sunbathe, it is very awkward to have people looking at us from the park. As you can see, even having a 6-foot tall fence around our yard does not block vision to our deck. You can see from the knees up anyone who is standing on the deck. So then I say, below is a list of pictures I am presenting to show this situation. I've got 4 different photos.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so photo 1 is a picture from the deck into the park, showing how much of the park has clear line of vision. Photo 2 is a picture from the park to the rear of my house, showing how much my house can be seen from the park. In this picture, you can see my wife clearly standing on the deck from the knees up. Photo 3 is a picture of the park showing people using the park. During good weather, there has been as many as 30 people in the park at one time.
Wow.
Photo 4 shows the Beaumont Street entrance on the side of our house, because we live on Beaumont Place, but Beaumont Street is on the other side, which is the entrance to the park. Okay. We have counted as many as 4 cars at one time being parked in this location.
Right here?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, and that's my house to the right. That's my fence, and that's my house.
So your front door is over here.
My front door is from your facing, the way you're facing. Okay, that's the side of my house, but the rear deck,
Yeah.
as you walk to the park, you can see the rear deck, and then when you're in the park, well, you know, that whole property is the
Yeah.
park property.
Yeah.
From where the car is, all along my fence there is, all that grass area is park property. So people play there, but they also park their cars on the street and walk from there to the park.
When did they put that park in?
Oh, it's been there as long as I know. I bought the house in 1987, and it's always been there.
But they updated it. They upgraded it, right?
Well, they put in the playground
Yeah.
about 35 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? And then they just
upgraded.
Yeah.
And now that they just upgraded it,
Now it's popular.
now it's
Yeah.
even more popular than it was before.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I think the number that I came up with was 10%, I think,
Mhm.
deduction.
Okay.
And that's how I came up with the number, and it's just, it really infringes on our privacy and also the noise level, So you can,
So 10% reduction to account for the privacy, the noise pollution, the inconvenience of cars parking,
yeah,
et cetera. Okay.
yeah, and just the noise level. I mean, when
Yeah.
people come and park,
Yep.
there's kids there and they're,
Yeah.
yeah, and if we're entertaining or sitting on our back deck, it's just, it
Yeah.
can be a lot. A lot of times I have to go out into the park if kids are yelling. It's funny, the parents are out there and they're talking to each other,
Oh, yeah.
and the kids are yelling,
Yeah.
and they don't even realize how much they're yelling, and I go up to them, I say, can you please tell your kids to, I mean, I know they're kids, right, but they're
Yeah.
screaming. Some kids
Oh.
just scream like, endlessly, for no reason whatsoever, So obviously I don't mind them coming
Yeah.
and playing in the park, but it's kind of
Wow.
nuts. Then the other thing that I was just thinking of is there a deduction for flooding, because I'm in the floodplain also?
Yeah.
That I didn't put it on the thing, but on the assessor's card it might say
You
that.
you have, it looks like you have I can't tell if that's a location or, I don't think you have a location adjustment here for floodplain, no.
Oh, well then
Hmm.
can I write that in on
Yeah.
my thing?
Yep. You're non-FEMA compliant.
Right, well, because it's in the floodplain.
Yeah.
And they have to pay flood insurance.
Yeah.
Right?
And you do, right?
Well, up until I paid my house off.
Yeah.
But if I sell the property,
Oh, yeah.
somebody's gonna have to pay it.
All right, I made note of that here.
Okay, can I write that down on my
Yeah,
description?
sure.
Yeah, I mean, on the, what I prepared in terms of writing. Oh, where's it? Oh. Okay.
Okay, very good. So we are hopefully going to be getting to our deliberations towards the end of this month.
Okay.
And we have 911 appeals to hear first, and then we start deliberating. So my
Okay.
job is to present your appeal to the board, and we will do the best we can with your with what you have presented to us.
Okay.
And then you'll hear from the assessor's office one of three things. Either you got your appeal granted to your number, or you got a partial appeal, or you got denied. So if you get denied, they won't tell you why, but you can go back and listen to the recordings of when we deliberated.
Oh, okay.
And then you can always appeal to the state if you're not happy.
Okay.
okay? And that will be, that won't happen until like April sometime, because it's gonna take us a while to get
You
through.
get through everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was told to bring both these, the notification and the
I
application.
already have all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
here.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Elaine.